Isn't this a fine-looking group? And thank you, band, for that wonderful marching music. It's been my joy to work with our candidates and their families, and I am excited to tell you that Florida is sending a dedicated group of future officers to our Evangeline Booth College. We have individuals all called by God to leave their current professions and follow Him into full-time ministry in the Salvation Army.
Now, our Army is a multicultural Army through and through. We serve in 126 countries around the world. Our Florida candidates certainly reflect diversity. They give evidence to the experience of God's grace in their lives. Let's consider for a moment how far they have traveled to come to this place in their lives. I want them to raise their hand when something familiar sounds out. Okay, 1,695 miles, Bogota, Colombia.
Okay.
Who was that? Oh, all right. 1,470 miles, Lincoln, Nebraska. 1,221 miles, San Juan, Puerto Rico. 1,157 miles, Brooklyn, New York. Honey, I don't understand. How do you know these mileages are correct?
John, I checked with the internet, and the internet is always correct.
Bonjour. Okay, let's keep going. 1,126 miles, Dallas, Texas. 860 miles, Owensboro, Kentucky. 678 miles, New Orleans.
That's Josh Webb. Josh Webb.
Josh Webb. He's not here. Where is Josh? He's in another country, isn't he?
Yes, he's in
Okay.
Haiti.
Will he make it back in time?
For the school, yes.
For the school, okay. All right, 646 miles, Wilmington, North Carolina. 378 miles, Nassau, Bahamas. And no miles, Clearwater, Florida. Now we know one has earned a Master's of Divinity from Asbury University. Another one has earned a Master's of Divinity from Regent University. One has earned a Master's of Social Work from USF. Another a degree in criminology from USF. Another a music degree from Asbury. Others have taken courses in business administration, paralegal work, English, journalism. We have teachers, police officer for 16 years, SWAT leader, so you better behave. Manager for an international communication system, assistant divisional music director, corrections department counselor, youth workers, and a bookkeeper. And that's just naming a few.
And let's look at this fine-looking junior army that we have, the children in our cadets' families. Nathan and Kelsey's son, Parker, and I see him moving around. He is the perfect definition of a 2-year-old, curious about everything. He enjoys singing and reading books, and his very favorite part of Florida is the Tampa Zoo, where he enjoys in particular the baby elephant. Parker, wave to everybody. And very recently, the Bridges welcomed into their family baby Graham. He is 3 months old and the happiest baby you will ever meet. Nothing makes him smile more than the antics of his big brother Parker. They were going to have a wonderful time in the daycare center at Training College. Jose and Yamara over on this end. They have 4 children, and we have 3 children with us tonight. Their son, Jose Valentin Jr., is 21, and he's attending the University of Puerto Rico, and he's not able to be with us. He is an excellent student. He's a basketball athletic scholarship, and in fact, he represented Puerto Rico at the Olympic Games. Yaelene, raise your hand. She is 20 and has just completed her second year of college. Her major is education, and she plans to become a teacher. She enjoys Christian music and is an assistant teacher of the junior soldiers. Joseph is 17 years old and is an honors student who will soon begin his senior year. He is part of the Christian club at his school. He hopes to study accounting in the university and then fulfill his calling to be an officer. Okay, and next to him is Sister Yosiris. I'm sorry, I hope I pronounced that right. Yosiris. She is 12 and has made all A's in school in accelerated classes. She plays trumpet in the school band and is founder of the Christian club at her school. Her dream is someday to become an oncology doctor and serve God in the Salvation Army. These children will join the children of our second-year cadets, and in the daycare center and in the youth programs, Florida rules.
Now, if you're in the audience and you're any kin to anybody standing up here, would you please stand? Any kin whatsoever. Wow, look around. This is wonderful. Thank you for coming and sharing this important family moment. Now, you may have noticed in that little group of family members standing, we had some representatives from Territorial Headquarters, Lieutenant Colonels Kelly and Donna Eigelhart. Now, don't get up yet. Lieutenant Colonel Kelly is the Territorial Secretary for Program, and Lieutenant Colonel Donna is the Assistant Secretary for Program. They also serve as members of the Territorial Candidates Council, so they have somewhat of a vested interest. Now, they didn't come to see the children, they came to see the grandchildren, and the children were okay as coming by. We're glad to have you with us. Thank you so much. Give them a welcome.
I have great appreciation for the Corps officers and area commanders who have worked with our candidates. I also acknowledge Corps officers who began the paperwork but have recently farewelled. Majors Jean and Rebecca Hogg from Fort Lauderdale, Majors Alejandra and Melinda Castillo from Pasco County, and recognition to Captains Gary and Liz Wilson, the Suncoast ARC. So I would like for all of the Corps officers and the area commanders for these fine young people to stand and let us give you a hand. Thank you. And I express appreciation, the last but not least, to our Divisional Candidates Board, who have prayed over and worked so diligently with each candidate and family. Lieutenant Colonel Vern Jewett, Lieutenant Colonel Martha Jewett, Major Todd Smith, Major Annette Dodd, Major David Erickson, Major Robert Webb, if you'll please stand, Captain John Murphy, Captain Christina Murphy, and Major Stephanie Seals. They are all a part of the Divisional Candidates Board, and let's give them a hand of appreciation. And also, last but not least, working with me in the candidates department is Major Virginia Kellner. And I just really appreciate her so much. And Major Kellner, would you please stand and let us give you a hand? It takes an army to get these kids ready for training, and we have certainly had that. And now, we're going to transition, and the children are going to go sit where they are supposed to sit, and the parents are going to come up on the stage. And Nathan Bridges is going to lead us in worship and praise. Thank you all.